back, bitches. It's episode Thor. It's episode Thor.
I like Thor.
Special Marvel themed episode for today.
We don't hate Thor.
He's hot.
Yeah, hot as fuck. Okay, anyway. So welcome back to episode 4 of Thicc and Tired with the Curvy Godmothers. Today, girls, we are going to talk all about trends. Trends. We did our research and we're here to talk about trends. Also, I want to go ahead and wish everyone a happy Women's Month.
Yeah.
Women's History Month.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to like talk to each other and tell each other who our favorite woman in history is. Right? That's like a fun way to kick this off.
Yeah, I think so.
I love women.
Can't
I'm
wait.
going to start.
Okay, you start.
So I love my favorite woman of all time is Rosie O'Donnell, but old school Rosie from the Rosie Show.
I was going to say that's controversial.
No, not new school Rosie, because I feel like she's kind of a twat now. Rosie O'Donnell. Do you remember the Rosie O'Donnell Show?
Yes.
She was fucking hilarious. She was amazing. She did a lot for our community. I love the little koosh balls. I actually
The koosh balls.
in middle school, we all had to pick someone to be, and I picked Rosie O'Donnell, and I actually had a fake TV show of hers. Because every time I used to fake sick at school, I used to watch the Rosie O'Donnell Show. But if you look back, she was, and the way she speaks to people and interviews people, fascinating. I thought she was great. Now she's kind of a little fucking nuts, but like, I love Rosie O'Donnell, so there you go. Don't judge me. Next, Gia, what was your favorite one?
Honestly, I have a long list.
Well, pick one.
As much as I want to say Wendy Williams, I'm gonna go with Martha Stewart today.
Martha Stewart.
I don't know what she's contributed to women's history or anything like that,
She's
but
a
I
bad
really
bitch.
love her transition from model to homemaker. I really enjoy that she has 2 chow chows. One is named Genghis Khan, which is a downside, but I love Chinese history, but that's a side note.
Really?
It was so interesting
fun
in school.
fact.
I love history. I guess that is one of my fun facts. But I love Martha Stewart. I have holiday ornaments handmade of her and Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
They're-
handmade.
Yeah, well, they're my favorite celebrity duo. Snoop Dogg,
Okay.
obviously, and then of course Martha Stewart. I love their.
But wait, you
union.
make like macaroni?
No,
ornament-
so I came home from college one break, and my sister got clear holiday ornaments, and she like Mod Podged on photos
Mod
of Martha
Podge, what a
Stewart
word.
and Snoop Dogg.
That's
My favorite photo
awesome.
of
All
them.
right.
Yeah.
Did you know Justin met her?
How?
Working at, he does contract nursing, so he was at an event with her, and he talked to
Wow.
her for a while. He was like, "Where's Snoop Dogg?" She's like, "I don't know, he's my best friend."
I love that. I would love to do an
Alright.
interview with Martha Stewart.
Well, there you go.
And Snoop Dogg does.
Martha and Gia.
I love Martha. MS.
Leah.
Okay, mine is Anna Wintour.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I just love her. Did you know that she was actually a college dropout? Did you know that?
I believe it. Most of
Yeah.
them are.
Wow. Yeah.
So, but she just like, against all odds, just became a billionaire.
Yeah.
Best of.
She's the
best
editor
of the
for
best.
Vogue, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I have to like read up on her because she's fascinating. I always
She
see her.
is.
I
Oh my
always
god,
see,
you
like,
have to look at her interviews. They're
even
the
like
best.
her, like just her whole aura. Like it's insane. You know.
She has a big thing about not wearing like trends. You have to
Really?
read about it. Yeah, if you don't know about like how she dresses.
That's the theme of the day. So.
Yeah.
A fun
it's,
fact
yeah.
is I went as her for Halloween one year.
That's
Do you have that
hilarious.
Because you have
Ooh.
like the classic bob
Yeah.
and the glasses. That's it. That's all you
Yeah.
have to do. And
She
then
always
the
wears
little
the
tweed
glasses,
jacket.
right? Always.
Always.
Does she have a personality? Because she seems kind of like.
Oh
a
my
twat.
gosh, yes, and that's why I love her.
'Cause she's a twat.
Yeah, because she's just like aggressive and direct. Like she gets what the fuck she wants. She's also
Yeah.
a Scorpio, and I love Scorpios.
Wow. That makes so much sense
Watch
for her.
watch interviews with her.
I'm going
Oh
to.
my God, she's
I'm gonna
the best.
Google that
on,
when I
like,
get home.
shows like the Tonight Show and stuff like that, and she
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
has quite a personality.
She
So,
does.
All right.
Yeah, it's
But
interesting.
I just think it's so cool how she like built an empire as being a college dropout. And I thought of you because
Well-
you know, you didn't finish college.
No, I
Because
went for
of
like a semester
because
and
of a
half.
crazy story.
Young
but
girls out
that's
there,
another-
fuck college if you're listening. Okay.
Well, you could
all right.
still make something of
And
yourself.
neither did my husband. He was actually
Yeah.
didn't even graduate from high school. He did get his GED, but
Yeah.
So very successful
yeah.
people can come from that.
that's
right?
true.
Corinne, who's your favorite woman of all time?
So I have a couple, but it like molds into like one big thing, which is shocking. So like Diane Keaton, Meryl Streep, Meg Ryan. I just feel like they're unapologetically themselves, and they just kind of like go for it. And I don't know, like I've always been kind of like in love with like actresses and like especially like models and stuff, like even when I was younger, like watching like fashion magazines like from the 80s, like Cindy Crawford, you know, people like that. And I was just always like, wow, like their different stories are just amazing, how they came up from some of them like nothing and then just made like these amazing
I used to have a big
did things
model
amazing.
obsession. Back
Yeah.
in like late middle school, early high school, like I was so obsessed with models.
Yeah.
And you know I gotta love Naomi Campbell because she's
my
also a
God.
Gemini. So come on.
And
She's the
she
best.
also feisty.
Speaking of Anna Wintour and Vogue, let's talk about spring fashions. Didn't you, Leah, were you the one that read it? And you went on Vogue.com and you were looking up all like the spring fashions that are coming up? No, that was Gia. Gia.
I was, trying to get into the mood of spring coming up, but I was just like going through, and I feel like spring, it's always pretty like the typical stuff. Florals for spring, groundbreaking. But they were saying a lot of icy blues, which honestly, so when you're listening to this, it's going to be weeks after the Oscars, Academy Awards. Why are they the same name? I don't know. Let us know if you know. But I did see a lot of like icy blues on the carpet.
I saw like a lot of
Yes.
white.
I love it.
Like a lot of kind of bridal, like inspo. I saw that all over like the next day.
Yeah.
Icy blues like Elsa? Like Let It Go?
Yes.
mermaid
Well,
color.
yeah. Well, even I feel like a lot of spring brides are talking about those kind of tones, as well as like peaches and sages.
Yeah.
As well. I love a sage. Maybe it's because I have green
Sage is
eyes. I
nice.
feel like most of us have green eyes,
I do.
except for Leah over there.
You have beautiful like caramel eyes.
Yeah,
Nope,
you do.
They're brown.
No, they're
She's like, there's shit brown.
Then they were bringing back. They said in Vogue they're bringing back corporatecore, and you know what that brought me to.
Oh.
I used to
Back
wear
in the
corporate
day
coat
when
to
you go clubbing in your little
Yes.
pencil skirt and a blazer. I mean, obviously I was not
I was
clubbing.
gonna say you
back
were a
in the
child
day.
back then. I was
was.
wearing the blazers to the clubs.
Yeah, you were. Can you tell me about that
You
experience?
wore blazers to
Yeah,
clubs?
bitch.
Heck yeah, she did.
I'm that
Corporate
old.
core.
Like yes, corporate.
I'm older than you.
No, like but when
You
when,
say-
but when I was the age of going clubs, like yes, corporate core was our thing. We wore blazers and like a sock bun.
Wow.
And
Yes.
a heel.
Wow.
You say corporate core, and I immediately go to like Melanie Griffith and Working Girl. Like that's all I think about, and I don't even know why.
I don't really know.
If
what
you
it is.
say that you've never seen that movie,
I've never seen. I don't watch movies. You watch a lot of movies. I don't watch movies.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a bad
Corinne
movie
always
watcher.
has a movie recommendation.
it's girl movies though.
Yeah, which are great.
It's women. That goes back to the women empowerment. I'm adding Melanie Griffith to my list.
I've
and
never
Dakota
watched
Johnson.
it. Who is she? Can you see me? I know.
What?
I know. When
What's
I see
going
her,
on?
I've seen her, but I can't. Her face doesn't pop into my head. When you say like Meg Ryan and Meryl Streep, and of course their name, like their faces pop up in my head, but I don't know anybody else.
Wow.
Anyway, icy blue dress. Do we still have that Essence ice blue dress? That
Nope.
beautiful.
Discontinued.
No, yeah.
But did we
no.
sell the sample?
Wait, the
Yes.
one
Yes.
with the blue.
We saw the
undertone?
sample?
It
It's
was
outta
like the
here.
blue lining.
Wait, can I tell you the experience of I watched that dress get sold?
Who sold?
Really?
That
Who
sample.
got it?
So this lovely bride comes in. She was, I think it's her second marriage. They both have stepchildren.
Yeah.
And I feel like they came from not New York. I think low key maybe they came from New Jersey. And
Jersey.
it was me and LB.
She doesn't mean
And
that.
the lady was so sweet. She was like, I really want a blue dress.
Wow.
And we were like, oh, I'm not sure what we can do. So we searched around. And I think she had ample time, but still, we were looking in the off the rack and the blue one just popped out.
Oh my
And we were
God.
like, oh, wait. And we put it on her. This woman, I mean, not really, but she nearly fainted with excitement. And it looked so good on her. I think it fit her almost perfectly too.
I believe
When
it.
she was in it, she
That was a good
said
dress.
yes. We got her champagne, and she goes, "My fiance's in the car. Can he come in and see it? He has to see it."
Because she was so excited about it.
He comes in, looks at it, jaw drops,
Aw.
reaches into a pocket, hands us his wallet.
Oh,
I swear, I was
that's
like,
so cute.
and we packed it up.
Best
and
reaction.
Amazing.
I remember when we sold that, like we sold the dress, we had to order it. And remember
Yeah.
that girl came in. She was
From
so
Ireland
hilarious.
or
She was from Ireland.
Yeah, I remember her.
And
That's so funny because you just said it, and I was like, I remember the girl from Ireland. It had to be her. That you
and
were
she
talking
was
about.
like, she had so much fun at her appointment, and she's like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm
Yeah.
doing it. And we're like, yeah, you should.
I was super
She's like,
proud
"Let's
of
go."
her. Like she wanted it, and she was just like, I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
she's like, you know
I
what?
want this color. It's
When else
beautiful.
can I take a risk? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
It's your wedding day. Do what
Why
you
not?
like.
I also read because when you like wrote down about it, I looked it up, and that's super open knit tops.
Yes.
Like, what is? But first of all, why? Like, I don't.
It's kind of giving like
Euphoria.
beachy cover up euphoria vibe.
But with nothing, with like a bra underneath.
I think the choice is up to you.
Yeah.
You know, I think whatever.
Nipples out.
I just
It's
feel
Women's
like
History
I'll have my
Month.
nips out the holes. You know, just like, well, I actually have a
You're young.
sweatshirt like
They're perky.
that
Do
from
it.
Zara. It has like little like those rivets, divots, those like the round circles for holes and shoelaces. I have that, and they have some like right around the nipple, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to wear a shirt under this. Anyways, I don't know, but it's just very, I think it's that transition to be airy, but also, I don't know, it's also kind of giving
I would get
handmade
cold,
vibes.
to be honest with you.
I
Like,
love
would get a little
handmade
chilly.
vibes.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Love it.
Like what? Like
Just the fact that like I actually have a couple friends, I mean, from fashion school and everything, who are crocheting their own tops that they end up wearing.
Yes.
And they do wear it as cover-ups to the beach, or like little matching skirts
Yeah.
that go with it. I think it's so cute. I love it.
I feel like it gives such a boho vibe. I was talking yesterday with Curinne. I feel like my old style used to be like boho baddie,
Oh God.
you know?
We
which
did,
is,
have,
like,
we did have a
strange.
nice conversation yesterday about fashion.
Fashion.
with who?
Me and Gia.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, that's why I want your old photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I have photos, but like on it, like I said, we said I think on the last week, we were just like, when I was younger, there was no option for
That's
plus size.
exactly
But
why
that's
I want
why we
them.
want
So I
them.
looked like an asshole. I will send it to you.
Yeah,
I
I
looked
gave
like
her
an
the
asshole.
I'll show
worst-
you Corinne's.
By the way,
An asshole.
when you
No.
post the one where my literal boobs, I'm like, oh, apparently they've been uneven since high school. So that's cool.
Well, I feel like,
know.
is that something that's going to change? as
Well,
you
I
get
wish I
older?
would have known back then. I would have worn a better bra. So anyway,
Yeah, but like we couldn't buy bras because nothing came in bigger. Anyway, so I'm getting heated. I want to
I don't
go back
even
in time
remember
and,
where I
like,
got my bras from.
Throw over. I don't remember where I got my bras from either. Macy's,
must have been
whatever.
Caldor.
Caldor.
I'm showing my age.
So let's talk about spring 2024 spring wedding vibes. I'm seeing a lot of Mother of the Brides start to like think out of the box and wear different styles
Good.
too.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Like enough with
I
the
can't
fucking
stand-
eggplant and
Yes.
the goddamn
The navy.
Navy.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Right.
With that. I'm sorry.
No,
I told my
yes.
mom and my mother-in-law, no blue. Sorry. Out
They
of the
looked
question.
so good.
I love.
I'm so sick of it. I
I'm
see it
sick
all the
of
time.
it too. Like the emerald, or you remember the Yvonne D dresses that we had?
Yeah.
With like the capes and shit. Like yes. You know, it's funny because my brides back in the day before I had Scarlett would be like, you know, my mom thinks this is her day, and I'd be like, no, girl, like this is your day. Just try to ignore her. She just wants what's best for you because she loves you, obviously, but it's not her day. Now that I have a daughter, when she gets married, that is my motherfucking day too. I don't care what anybody says. That's
Well, it
my
is.
day.
You
It is my
produced
day.
This girl,
Right.
But I will say, my one pet peeve when the moms come in and then like they'll go for something that's like so simple, and then they'll be like, "Well, I don't want to outshine the
Right.
bride," and I'm like, "That's not possible.
never
No
outshine
one's
the
gonna
bride.
outshine the bride, but you need to look like I wanted my mom to look beautiful.
Yes.
I
Oh,
wanted her to feel
100%.
just as beautiful as I did on my wedding day. Like that was important to me.
Remember, I had to force my
Oh,
mom
yeah, you
to
did.
wear her dress.
That was hysterical.
And she afterwards was like, "Thank you so much for pushing me out of my comfort zone and making me wear that because I would have never chosen it
did she wear?
because it was more of a fitted gown, but it was
beautiful.
beaded
Fitting,
head to
all
toe,
beaded.
Beaded, yes.
scoop neck, a little 3/4 sleeve
Yeah.
that she ended up shortening a little because it was hot, but." She was insistent that she could not wear that dress because it was fitted, and my mom doesn't want anything clinging to her body. But I was like, you have to wear this because it shows off your curves. And then at the end, she was like, thank God you forced me into that. And she was like, I was regretting it at
Yeah.
first until she got there and saw the pictures. She was like, wow, I really
Yeah.
did look good.
Are you seeing a lot of like the girls that go into the Port Jeff store? Are you the woman, I should say, the mothers? Are you seeing like florals and stuff like that, and people kind of
Actually,
straying
yes.
away?
There's a couple 3D floral gowns that are
Yeah,
over there that
there's
I
a
really
couple.
love. They're like a light icy blue color too.
Yeah.
And that was from last
makes it-
season.
It just depends. There's like Jasmine or something. There's
yeah.
a couple of different designers, but it really just depends on the mom. Like everybody's different. So if you have the moms that are more fashion forward, they're gonna look for things that are
Right.
more fashion forward, and then you're gonna have the moms that want to cover up and they don't want to show anything, and then we're always need like safe
Yeah.
Right.
dresses for them as
I mean,
well.
you can
So
be safe, but still like have fun with the fabric. Like you don't have to wear that.
yeah, but they don't have that mindset. Like
Yeah.
they feel like they just I don't know, like they don't love their body, so it's not the way that we think. It's
Yeah.
a very much like a boomer situation where they're just like they're still stuck in this like diet culture.
Yeah.
They can't get out of that.
Right.
So
They cannot break through that mind block.
Yeah, so
Seriously,
it's
some of
very
them
hard
cannot.
for them.
Where even if like the slightest little bit of like cleavage is showing, they're like, I can't go to this wedding like this.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well,
That's a line. It's just a little boob.
it's a
not-
little line.
It's like a line.
Like-
you have boobs.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
they
have
just they
boobs.
can't get past it, and it's like really hard to like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
It's true, it's
explain
that
that.
meant- it's
Listen,
that
it's your
culture.
body.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Why do you hate yourself that much?
Well, I feel like usually when we're over in the Port Jeff store, I love when they bring the daughters that have, a similar mindset to Leigha, where they're like, jump out of your comfort zone. You look awesome. No
Right.
need to stay safe. I love those daughters who are the brides or maybe the maid of
They're
honors who-
hype girls.
Yes, whoever it may be, actually encouraging their mother to look so beautiful on this
Right.
day, get out of that comfort zone, and try something new. Because how many times are you going to have to hop into a gorgeous, amazing dress?
Amazing gown for your
And get a
daughter's
million
wedding.
photos taken of you. You know what I mean?
I wonder if Scarlett would let me wear a wedding dress to her wedding.
They make the. Wow.
She's crazy. She would. Right? She'd be down.
I mean, maybe.
What do you guys feel about moms in black? I love it.
I love it.
fine
Hot.
with it.
Everyone's like, oh, not like,
Again, though,
It
this
is
is a
beautiful.
generational thing.
yeah.
This isn't like because we're all like this is fantastic, and then the older generation is like what like I can't do that. That means that I'm in mourning. Like
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
Well, soon that generation will
You
be
look
gone. And then it'll be
beautiful.
up to be us and our
Oh,
kids.
God.
So don't you
I think
guys
it's
worry
Milk
about
City.
that.
I actually did try to get my mom to wear black too.
It's
if it weren't
beautiful.
between, it was between like one other dress, and I was like, you should really go for black because I know she's most comfortable in black, and she feels like it's more slimming for her. So I was like, if you're gonna feel more comfortable and more willing to wear something fitted, go for the black.
Right.
But if you're open to wearing something that's fully beaded head to toe and is still a little bit fitted, go
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
So,
I want to see what your mom wore. You have to show
oh my
me a
gosh,
picture.
yeah.
Spring 2024 wedding trends. What are you guys seeing? You know what I'm seeing a lot since I'm there every weekend?
Yeah.
Like decor, and the girlies aren't afraid to like let their personality shine. I'm seeing disco balls.
Yes.
I'm seeing like really fun table, like a seating chart displays, like interactive stuff. It's not like the place cards are done. It's over.
Yeah,
Like no one
good.
really does place cards anymore. You know what I mean? Like everyone's looking for like the next fun thing to do.
Well, because it's so like dated now. Like, and people want to do different things.
Right. They
so
want to be, they want
show
something
your
to, like, stand
individuality.
out.
And yeah.
I remember from my wedding. For my wedding, I had I wanted like an enchanted garden escort card display. So I got this rustic like fence off eBay. It was like a garden fence, but it was like with the swirls and it just like really regal. And my florist put like moss and vases and flowers all over it. And then we took, I had a calligrapher write on little pieces of paper in like green calligraphy, the names, and I burnt the edges and put it all over. I have to show you a picture. It was beautiful, but that was like my vision.
Yeah.
But why? What's wrong?
No, that reminded me of a third grade project where I had to write letters as if I was in the colony, and I would take pieces of paper and I would rip the edges, and then I would dip it in tea, and then sometimes I would burn the edges if I was.
Yes.
I loved it, and I wrote some real crazy stories. You know I did. I think
Yeah.
I was in a love triangle with like William and Samuel. Anyways,
Their
sorry.
names were
Well,
Willie and Sammy.
literally. Sorry, I had a lot of fun with it, but it was the other day. Cassidy actually brought over Bella from. What is
Oh
it
my
called?
God,
Be
Be
Beautiful
Beautiful.
Brides. Be Beautiful Brides, and she was discussing her wedding and how she doesn't want to
Yes.
do florals on the
Nothing. She
tables or
wants
what
no
have
green.
you.
She wants no green.
Yes,
doesn't like green,
which
which is
honestly,
fantastic.
I love it. And then Curinne said wooden flowers.
Yeah.
And then I had to look it up. Those are
Amazing.
sick.
They're
didn't-
amazing.
I think when you say wooden flowers, I think like big clunky, like the hangers we have. I'm like, what the
They're
fuck?
like delicate looking
Like
flowers.
shaved wood?
Beautifully
They're
whittled.
beautiful. Look
They're
it up.
whittled.
Oh, like because she wants
They're
no
whittled.
green
She's right. They're
whatsoever.
whittled.
She's like, if there was a flower with a brown stem, I would think about it.
Well, the wooden flowers have brown, like you can, because they're wooden. So
Yeah.
like just the top is like painted. They're absolutely beautiful.
That's really
Look
interesting.
at girls. If you don't know anything about wooden flowers, look in some. And they don't. You have them forever.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like they're yours. So then like your bridesmaids and everyone can take their.
You don't have to preserve.
No preserving. I wish I could.
I
have
never
preserved my
did.
flowers. They were beautiful.
I never
never-
preserved your flower. I didn't either. I didn't really give a shit.
I
to be
thought
honest
about
with
it
you.
last minute, literally the day after the wedding, and was like, shit, should I be preserving this? Because I didn't want to throw it out.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
didn't.
It's me.
I know there's a lovely woman out there, Krista, with Don't Toss a Bouquet, who always
Yeah.
listens to our podcast, and I'm obsessed with her. And Krista, I love you, and it's not that I didn't want to use you to preserve my
Props.
flowers, but I just didn't want to like preserve them. I don't know, like I'm not a flower girly. Like there's some people out there that they want that, which is beautiful, and like all the bouquets are beautiful, but It's
I feel
just
like if I could have taken like maybe like 3 or 4 little roses, because I had like these my roses were like not regular red roses. I have to ask her what she used. I remember I wanted like blood red roses that looked like they were burnt, because I had like more of like an old Gatsby, old Hollywood type of thing. So she had like these roses. If I could have preserved like maybe like 4 or 5 of them in like a little thing, that would have been awesome.
like
I
a
don't know why I
shadow
didn't.
box.
Yeah,
that
like,
is
I
a
think
big
that's
trend.
been like cool, just like to have like put it in my bedroom on the shelf or something.
I'm seeing a lot. That's a big trend. Like a lot of girls are getting their flowers preserved, putting in a shadow box or making like Christmas ornaments out
Not
them,
like a
or
big
even
thing.
like
that's too much.
or or even like coasters, which is pretty. Like that looks really pretty.
Coaster.
Yeah,
I
like
just like the
coasters.
whole frame.
That's cute.
The frame's
Like
beautiful.
frame
yeah.
it, it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
wanted to do it, but like I said, I thought about it last minute. And honestly, for me, it was a money thing. We
it's
already spent
expensive.
so much money on the wedding, and then I think I was getting quoted like $1,000 to $1,200 just for preservation, and I was like, no, I don't love them that much. Yeah, for flowers, for like me and the bridesmaids and everything, and I was just like, no, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
Side note, side note. I'm channeling Gia. This is good to talk about. So like flowers, you spend so much money on freaking flowers, right? And I always try to tell all my couples this. Krista, actually, with Don't Toss Bouquet, she has a service that if you go online, it's like a courier donation service. It's for a small fee.
Oh, yes.
People will drive to your wedding, take all the flowers that you don't want, any leftover flowers, and just donate them to like hospitals or hospice or
homes.
wow.
people
Yeah, it's
who have
very
lost.
awesome. I
think
And
I
it's
did hear about
it's a
this.
great option because like you spend thousands of flowers, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Have there been weddings where I'm like, wow, that centerpiece is really nice, I'm just taking one? Yeah, because they're left there. If people don't take
Yes,
them,
they're
which
left.
like guests can take them, but some of them don't. Like people mostly don't want to. And does the staff take them at the end? Yeah, because they're just getting tossed.
Literally thrown in the garbage.
They will literally be thrown out. So
Yeah.
here you go, $8,000 on all these flowers. Like,
In the trash can?
yep,
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
The pictures last forever, though. That was
Right.
my mentality.
yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm spending all the money for pictures.
Right. No, it's true.
They'll last forever there.
Well, I spent
And a beautiful video.
Hopefully.
Maybe. We
Yeah,
don't know
I
yet.
feel like people are really, like that, like going sans flower or adding the disco balls, disposable things. I feel like people are going very personal. Like,
Yeah.
this is your wedding. It's about you.
Yeah.
It's
No,
about
you're
you
right.
as a couple, what you people enjoy. So that brings me into a silly video I saw.
Oh my God, yes.
So I was just scrolling through Instagram Reels, looking for sounds, looking for ideas, browsing. All of a sudden, what do I see? This one, I think it's like a wedding content creator account, had this one bride who had a rolling cart of ramen noodle cups.
Yeah.
And it was like their little late night snack. So I guess like the after party, like Leigha did her little after party. Didn't you
Amazing.
do an after party or you got nixed on that
Yeah,
idea?
no, well, we tried to. The hotel said we could, and then we got there, and they were like, oh, the bar's closed. And we were like, open it now.
Yeah, you're like, come on, let's keep this party
Yeah,
going.
we came here for that reason. So.
Yeah.
But we had it. It's
So
fine.
this girl, she had all these ramen noodle cups.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
I am a ramen fan. Honestly, I won't go to a ramen restaurant because there's something, maybe it's the authenticity. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like, I like those crunchy, 100-year-old noodles just
Yeah.
boiled in water out of a kettle.
I never had ramen.
What?
I've never had ramen, but that's okay.
Maybe that goes along with Cassidy not liking
the,
baths.
Hold on.
No,
Like the little bag
never.
of ramen that you, and
No,
then
never.
what?
Are you secretly clean girl aesthetic?
No, do I look like I'm fucking clean girl?
Well,
aesthetic?
you don't
Absolutely
take
not.
baths because you think they're dirty.
I take
gonna
and
look
you're
at
afraid of
this. I
ramen.
take showers.
I take showers, Gia.
You're
Don't tell
clean.
the world that
Sorry,
I don't
you're
take
clean.
baths. Yes,
We've
I am
already
clean.
discussed this.
Did we discuss this?
Oh, yes, we did last
Oh, yeah.
episode.
Not
Oh,
that
yeah,
you don't
we
take
talked
showers,
about it.
that you don't like baths.
We did say that you shower, you bathe.
Yes, okay.
But the thing is, so she had all this ramen. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that's
So
hilarious."
what were people saying? Where there's like a good like what were they
No,
saying?
people are hating on
like,
this
why?
girl
It's a-
and the ramen in the comments. And I've also now
Why,
seen
though?
multiple videos of ramen buckets. But they're like, "I would be that ungrateful guest. You're feeding me ramen. You already had a full
No,
dinner."
But do they know that they already had a full dinner? Some people might not think they had a full dinner.
it says
'Cause
on the
they're
video,
stupid.
late night snack. Is your dinner a late
love
night
it.
snack? No.
I
Okay,
wanna
but
say
what's
something.
the difference between ramen and McDonald's? Because everyone loves to do the McDonald's.
I did it.
There you go.
Well, not McDonald's, but originally the
Yeah.
idea was, we talked about this.
Yes.
I did 2 Coke for my 40th birthday. I did 2 glass Coke bottles.
Yeah, I love that.
And the restaurant that we had the party at filled 2 things of French fries, and we gave them as people left. So, but the ramen is adorable. Like, I don't understand what
because
the problem
it's late
is there.
night snack.
Yeah, people
you know?
thought
Right.
because it's like it's a
Ramen.
cheap snack.
To be
it's
fair,
like
nobody
college
reads.
food.
Nobody reads the actual
Context
post.
of the post.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like they immediately look at the picture.
It says
That's a
it on
huge
the screen,
problem
though, on the
on
video.
the internet, by the way.
In life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, nobody reads.
No one's
what
common
the-
sense.
It's like they post even on Facebook. Like I'll be like, oh, they'll post like a really like crazy headline and like a picture, and immediately people jump to conclusions as to what. But did you read the article?
No,
Yeah.
because
anything.
nothing you just said pertains to
Yeah.
anything
But
in the
even
article.
people are just calling it like cheap. They're like, who wants to eat that? And I was like,
Then don't eat it.
Then don't eat it.
you know,
Then leave.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
I'm like,
bottom
go
line.
get your
People
own
have
late night
donut
snack somewhere
walls.
else.
I love donuts. Stop.
I love donuts too.
Mother of God.
I was gonna do an apple cider donut wall for mine.
They're delicious.
But then
by the
again,
way.
we were approaching the end, and I was just like, do I really need extra things? I decided not.
I honestly, I have a controversial opinion.
What?
I would have liked it.
I don't really like
donut.
donuts.
Oh my God,
And I
Gia,
do
go
not
to
like
hell.
munchkins.
Get out of
Do
the
you
podcast,
see the door?
man.
Well, get the fuck out.
All right, guys.
Go to hell.
All
Guys,
right.
So, speaking of strange people,
Gia.
let's talk about strange phone calls to the store.
Oh God.
I don't work here. Well, I do. I don't work here full time anymore like I used to.
You show up.
part time, but I show up. I'm here. I'm fucking here now. But
You're involved. You're
still in the fan.
You're freaking everywhere.
I am. You're part of the family.
Can't escape.
She's like, I don't work here, but I come on every Wednesday. I go to the News 12
You
thing.
see me on TikTok all the time.
okay, yeah, so I do work here, but I don't take the phone calls anymore. We used to get some wild ass phone calls. Yeah, some wild phone calls.
We need to talk about the phone call that Gianna had the other day with the window.
Me walking in to the back office, she's on the phone, and I was like trying to decipher what's going on in this phone call.
So a mother of the bride called the store. She said, I'm the mother of the bride.
Allegedly.
And she goes, I noticed that you have like a Christmas tree in your window. First of all, let me just say this. It's not a Christmas tree. It's a freaking pine tree with snow on it. It's a winter tree.
Yes, 'cause
it
we're
has
in
no
winter.
ornaments. I never put Christmas ornaments on it because I don't want to insult anybody. And honestly, I just think it's pretty all on its own.
Right.
So it's in the window, and she said, I guess there's a red dress because it's Valentine's Day at this time when she calls, like 2 weeks after. There's hearts and everything, and she says, I'm just a little concerned that you don't have anything else besides like red and green dresses. I'm telling you, this
No, you're
had
not.
to
You're
be.
lying.
I'm not lying. This had to be a joke because anybody, I don't even understand. She was genuinely like, you really, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like tripping over myself because there's so many thoughts about this phone call going through my head. She said to Gianna, I really hope that you guys realize that you need to take that down. Immediately. You should take it down today.
She asked an exact date.
But let me
when
just
it will
say
be
something.
down.
If this was a real person, you're ridiculous. If this was a scam from another bridal store, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I don't know if I can't imagine that they would.
I can imagine someone from another store just being like passing and being like, let's mess with them. And that's cool. Like, mess
so
with us all you
crazy.
want. Like, just
But
not.
what did
go ahead.
Gianna say to that?
Gianna was just like,
this girl
we get
kept
it.
her
Oh
tone.
yeah, no, it's just a winter tree. We have other dresses. Like Gianna just went with the flow. You want to know why? Because she's a professional.
She was not going to play into.
She was
whatever
not playing
prank
into
this
it at
was.
all.
No.
And she was just going to answer. And we get some crazy phone calls otherwise. So like people ask for the most bizarre things, and all the girls are very professional. So
Yeah. You
What are
just
some
gotta.
other weird calls have you had?
Oh God.
I'm trying to think back in the day.
Well, we had like
I've
a
gotten sad
stalker
calls.
guy.
Oh.
Well, sad calls aren't really.
Those are not fun.
I
always
always say
get
that
those.
was me, Amanda, and Andrea when the guy was calling.
What, he
What'd
like
he
had a
say?
curvy girl fetish?
Yeah, he had like a
What did
plus
he say?
size. Well, he was basically trying to make an appointment with us, and he was like freaking Amanda out. Like I'm not gonna lie, like everyone was a little. He was like a heavy
Oh, I
breather.
heard
It was He like really. We had to like look him up on the. We like tracked him
On the
down.
registries.
Like, what did he say?
And he didn't even come from here. Honestly, at this point, I think I have it recorded somewhere. He was just like, "Oh, I want to make an appointment to come and try on dresses." Blah blah. At first, I was like, "Listen." they, them, he, her. I don't care who you are. If you want to wear a wedding dress, that's fine.
Yeah.
But this was not that situation. So let's just get that straight.
Yeah.
Like, this man was legitimately calling because he wanted to he had like a plus size.
I'm calling
female
Olivia
fetish.
Benson
all
and
do.
Elliot Stabler.
It honestly, even I was like I was a little nervous. Like, it made me a little, because he was like, I'll be there on this date. He had a legitimate appointment in the thing, and he was like, I'll be there. And we were like, yeah.
I think
Honestly,
when
the
I
other
first
girls would
started.
probably remember better than I would.
Fuck off.
No, because again, like, I don't know. And it's like, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, maybe he had some sort of mental illness. Like, I don't know. And I was just like, I'm definitely not getting, I can't, like, egg this on. So let's just see what happens. And I remember being like,
Did he come in?
no. And I remember the day that he had the appointment, because he called back like 3-4 times. So, like, we talked to him like a couple times. Like, every time he would call, Amanda would be like, it's him again. So we knew like the phone number and everything. So, yeah. So then when the appointment time came, he never showed up. And I was like, thank God. Because I was like, I don't
Thank
even.
God.
There was something else that happened one time too, though. Well, I remember the guy that, like, with the money. That was, I don't think you guys were all in the back. That was me and Andrea that were up front with the guy that, like, basically was like,
Yeah, that was
go
before
to
my
the register and get me money. That was scary. And then there was something else too, but I don't remember, because Amanda got really nervous and ran to the back. And for some reason right now, I can't think of what it was. Because I remember she, like, called her dad.
Oh my
her
God.
dad came down. Does anyone remember this?
No.
Okay.
What was
yes,
it?
when we had the girls come in and sage the place, I was here for that.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was
It
the
was like
guy
a man
that
that
tried.
came in
Yeah,
and sat on the
that's
steps.
the same one.
But I
With
was
me and
brand new.
Andrea up front, and I looked. I was sitting at the bench over
Tell
here.
everyone what happened. So,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Yes, go ahead. Tell everyone very quickly what
Okay,
happened.
very quickly. So, long story short, there was a lot of people in the store that day. This gentleman had come in. He was stocky, heavy-set man. He came in off the street, and I thought that he was with one of the families in the store. So I didn't really think anything of it. Honestly, there was a lot of commotion happening. And he sat down. He started talking to me, and I remember they were here with the chamber people were here. Remember, they had all walked in at the same time, and we were all kind of like talking, blah blah, and he started saying like something like psychic abilities. Like, he was like, oh, you have one sibling. And I was like, oh, that's right, you know, like, whatever. And I kind of just like entertained him, and I realized, okay, he's not with a family, like, anybody here. So then he started talking, and we were kind of like, oh, that's cute, you know, whatever. So he made me like sitting down next to him. And again, I'm just like, okay, he's probably a local. They walk around all the time. Didn't really think no harm, no foul, you know, whatever. So I sat down with him, and he made me write down stuff on a little piece of paper. And then, oh no, I'm sorry. He wrote down stuff on a little piece of paper, and he put it in my hand. And then he told me to open the paper. And when I opened it, he was saying things to me that were on the paper. Like, I'd be like, he'd be like, what's your favorite flower? And I'd be like, rose, because I'm not really going to think of a favorite flower, you know, or daisy, whatever I said. And on the piece of paper, he had written the flower. So, like, he was like, you know, made it like he was some sort of like psychic guy or whatever. So I'm like, okay, fine, you know. So then he did his little spiel, and I said, fine, you know, whatever. Let me just give this guy $20. Worst mistake I made, because I was like, shit, I should have never friggin' done that. So now everybody's in the back, and there's just me and Andrea sitting at the far couch, and I'm sitting over by him. And he's like, go over to the register and get me. He said, write down like little numbers, like circle. It was 111, 222, or 333. And then I think I circled the ones. And then he was like, oh, you're a very poor woman. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, now I'm getting like weirded out.
Right.
So he was like, go over to the register. And I said, oh, no. I said, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, we don't have cash in the store. Like, ever, by the way. Like, we're not, this is not a cash business.
Yeah, right.
So he was like, you know, go get me money. And I said, no, I'm sorry. We don't have, you know, there's no money here. And he got very aggressive with me, and he was like, and he had like a little bag in his lap, and I was like, what if there's like a gun in that bag? So now my wheels start spinning, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, this man's gonna hold us up for money. And he looked at me, and he goes, I said go to the register and get me money. And I was like, oh my God. And I looked at Andrea, and I was like, mouthed to her, call 911.
Yeah.
So I went over to the register, and I like squatted down, and at the same, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I'm like, oh, there's no money in here. Like, we have no cash. Like, I probably had $20.
Yeah.
Tatiana literally comes around. That's our seamstress, for anyone that doesn't know. Comes around with her little Russian attitude. And is like, and she looked at me, and I was like down, like squatting, and she looked, and I was like pulled her down, and I said, I'm like, I can't get this guy out of the store, and I kind of like went over the thing, and she was like, oh my God. She literally got up and walked over to him and was like, leave right now. There's a store of women, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
Tatiana don't give a
she really didn't. And honestly, it's so funny because I'm usually like, get out. Like, I've thrown people out of stores, but he was so aggressive with me that I was like, oh my God. So yeah, so then he wound up leaving. He tried that at like 2 or 3 other stores, and we called the cops, but it took them over 90 minutes to come. That's another friggin' podcast episode.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, and then they were just like,
how do you know he did that at other stores?
So other stores had called the cops on him or whatever, and they were like, yeah, he came in here and he like was trying to like hit us up for money or whatever.
Happenings in
so
the
that was
store.
like a really long story, but whatever.
Well, I remember.
Sorry.
No, and I remember you told me that story, and I was like, and you said it felt heavy here for a while, and
it
like
was,
you just didn't
there was
feel
like
right.
because it's hard when you're like, the doors are always open, and we are on a main strip, and like anybody can just walk in, and that's the thing, and we're a female-owned business, and a lot of the women sometimes, I don't want to say it, but you're alone. We try to put pairs in, but still, it doesn't matter. Like, anyone can walk in. So it was a little scary, and I'm glad it was me and not one of the girls, because I don't know. And I kept thinking that too. I was like, if something did go down, like I would rather it be me than anybody else. But still, like, I don't want that. I don't want anyone to feel unsafe. But I tell the girls all the time, like, lock the door if you want. Let them knock. And if it doesn't, there was somebody else that came in one time. I think it was me and you. Yeah. Remember, he had some sort of like mental illness though, but he got in my face. Remember when I was sitting on the couch and I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, no, there's no, we don't have that here. And I was like, wait, keep it moving. Was that you?
I feel like I recall that.
Maybe it was you.
And it was...
I have the worst.
It was another man?
It was another man.
I do remember something weird like that
happening. They just
happening.
walk in, yeah. We've had people walk in and just be like, my car broke down.
One time I had that woman come in, and she literally looked like she was on crack, because she was just like off the walls, like bouncing from spot to spot to spot, like touching dresses. And I was like, whoa. I was like, can I help you? And she was going on, I can't even remember at this point like what she was talking about, but she was just talking about like crazy things, like throwing things at me. And every time I would like get ready to speak, she'd cut me off and start another completely crazy story. And I was like, how am I going to get her out of here? Yeah. But like,
retail is a wild world.
It's
and
wild.
You are literally right here in the center.
We're right on Main Street. Yeah.
Like
we're in the center of town.
Yeah, you have like a big, beautiful door. People can just walk right in. I mean, just gotta, I guess, just be careful.
Get we have things in here that the girls have to keep.
We're never alone.
Safe.
Yeah.
You know what? You scream loud enough around here, people will hear you.
Right? I feel like upstairs will hear us.
My wedding season's about to kick off in May. I'm very extremely busy, which
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I mean, I'm tired already thinking about it, but it brings me into my question. So now, Leigha, you probably speak on this because you just recently got married. I don't know, Curinne, I don't know if you've thought about this, but I have a very genuine question. So you're planning a wedding to celebrate yourself and your partner's love, and we usually preach the day is all about you guys. Like, no one else. It's your day. Do whatever the hell you want. But what factors do you guys really sit down and talk about and say, well, what would the guests want this? Would the guests want that? Like, do you think about catering to your guests when you're picking the menu? I've had some couples pick a menu. I've had a couple that only had meat at their cocktail hour.
Oh, really?
Yep. And they were, and the sales manager were just like, maybe you should add this. Like, no, fuck that.
You gotta
no vegetable,
with protein.
Wow.
Yeah. And like, this is our day. This is it. If you don't like it, you won't go hungry, but this is what we want. Mm-hmm. But what are some things that you like genuinely think about your guest about when planning a wedding? Because yes, the day is about you, your love, you're getting married. I mean, it's a lot of freaking money, especially if you're listening and you're from Long Island and you're getting married on Long Island. Like, that's a lot of freaking money. But like, what do you think about? Like, what do you think is important to keep in mind?
So I want to say, like, just right off the bat, that's one of the reasons why we ended up picking our venue was because we had our guests in mind, and we were like, well, everyone wants to go to a wedding that has good food. And at the end of the day, like, it's your wedding and you want it to be memorable. And what are the things that are going to make your day memorable? For us, it was food. Yeah. So I wanted to pick a place that was known for their catering, known for, okay, they're going to have a killer meal for everyone. And I think that was it. And then everything else was just like what I wanted.
Right.
Honestly.
So when you were like making your cocktail hour menu, were you thinking like, well, let me hit like the vegetarians, let me hit the gluten-free, or you just
Oh,
like, no, fuck them?
absolutely. And for me, I was vegan for 4 years too. I know none of our guests were going to be vegan, but I wanted to have that option just to have for everyone. Like I wanted to be able to have something for everybody there. But I can't think of anything else that I was just like.
Music, you didn't give a shit. You're playing.
Oh,
Cardi
that was
B,
our
sit down, grandma.
That. So for music, I mean I think that is another important part too, though, because a lot of people came over to us and was like, "Wow, your DJ was phenomenal." So when we booked our DJ, we knew that they were going to be able to hit all the genres, but we specifically said like, "This is what we want played." But yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
Like we had.
Corinne, when you planned your wedding, were you like, let me think about that?
I wanted to pick a venue that had accessible.
Handicap, ADA accessibility.
No.
Oh. I was like, nope.
To a hotel,
Oh,
like
okay.
where because
Oh, that's a
we
good one.
were so
Yes.
kind of off the beaten path for mine.
Yeah.
Like Sands Point sounds like
Yes.
it's just on the North Shore, but it is like up there. Like it
Yes,
is like
it is,
far
yes.
from everything. So it was really important that like I had like something locally
Yeah.
that they could stay at. That was a huge thing for us. Music is my life. I don't know if anyone knows that I always have my AirPods.
Music is my life.
Music is my life. So like I can't function without listening to music. So me and Cassidy both use Bravura. Shout out to them. They were freaking amazing.
What up, Josh?
Yeah, Josh was like the best
favorite,
wedding
yep.
DJ. And you know, that was like super important. I think with the food, I didn't want to have like just like the same stuff that everybody else had. So like
Yes.
we did. I remember that when they sat down with us, they were like, we can make you a like a little matzo ball tasting spoon for your guests, because we wanted to do it in honor of like Paul's mom, because he was like, what are things that like are special to you? And then, you know, we were like, oh, you know, I think Paul was like, I would love to have matzo ball soup, but who has soup at a wedding? And then the chef was like, I can make you like a matzo ball tasting spoon. And when I tell you,
so
people
nice.
flipped out
Right.
over this
It's like a
freaking
comfort
thing.
thing, yeah.
We had mini Reubens and like, yeah, like it was really like our food again, like it was outrageous. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't, our place wasn't a catering hall. So
Yeah.
like it was like a chef
was
that
kinda
was
like
there.
an
It was
off-site catering
literally,
menu, yeah.
it was just like literally a restaurant. So like that was super important. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, like for me, I don't know. Like, I guess it was the same as everybody else, but I think about like what other people, like I wanted people to come in and be like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at her flat. Oh my God, look, like that is your wedding day,
want
but
to
you
give
want
people an
people.
experience.
Yeah, exactly. So
But I think part of the experience is like, this is our wedding, so I wanted to have people experience our love story.
Yeah.
yeah.
At
yeah,
my
see, I didn't care
wedding.
about that.
Prince, I've been dating for far too long. Fuck them.
already.
No, too bad. Paul was like, nope.
I think that's what makes it memorable to someone's specific wedding.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Everyone's different.
No,
Yeah.
I get that.
Mine was
So-
just like the space.
But I knew that food is the way to anybody's heart.
It's
So
true.
Yeah.
And I tell my couples, like people are going to remember two things. They're going to remember your food, and they're going to remember the music and the party and like how it
Oh,
was. So
100%.
like that's, if you're dumping your money somewhere, dump it into that. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's like the thing that matters the most. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Gia. What? When the big day comes for you one
Yeah.
day to that lucky
Well, do
Man,
we know
it's
what
like the
Gia
most
wants
tasting
for her wedding?
Yeah, what do you want for your wedding?
Good luck. So, for the viewers out there, the listeners out there, I am nowhere near getting married. I am not even talking to a single young man in my life. But I honestly don't have a desire to have like the whole fanfare of a wedding.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel like, I love attention. Come on, that's why I'm on this podcast. But
Right.
it just doesn't feel like it just feels messy. It feels
Like
doesn't-
not authentic.
It doesn't feel authentic to me.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel like my jam. Like I had a Sweet 16, it didn't feel right, but I still had it because I was like, I knew to have it. And I don't
Right.
know. So for my wedding, I need to have some type of party
Yeah.
where I can say, listen, I'm getting married, but you're not invited because there's no wedding. So what am I going to do? A murder mystery dinner theater show.
I love it.
So everyone's going to come. I've told everyone about this, but it's going to be a surprise because hopefully they forget.
I'm never gonna forget.
Wait. Wait. So it's gonna be a little something. Murder Mystery Dinner Theater Show.
Yeah.
I'm
something.
there. So even if we don't talk
I'm
anymore,
there.
I'm coming. Please invite me.
I'll get you an invite.
Well, you have no choice. We're
Everyone's
all fucking
coming.
be there, and I'm sure everyone who's listening right now are gonna be like, "Shit."
That's fine. You can. Well, that I think it'll add to the mystery.
I'll be the murderer.
Well, I was thinking maybe my grandpa.
Maybe my grandpa.
Because I think it'd be extra jarring. Because not to be whatever.
Well,
Who's
don't
most
tell people.
Who's most likely to kill you? Your spouse. I can't make it my spouse. Come on.
On your
You know what I
wedding
mean?
day.
But like, I don't get it. So you're gonna.
You could, but it's like.
Are you gonna
But I would
exchange?
want to be the murderer then. But
Paul
I
will
want to
definitely
be.
murder
so
me.
my plan.
It's gonna be a musical too.
No.
Oh.
No, it's theatrical. I think I might have to like hire actors. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
the servers will also be actors who add to it.
Can we sing the puppet song from The Sound of Music?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Somebody's getting married. Right, that one.
No, the once upon a lonely girl.
Anyway, so that is Gia's dream wedding.
Yeah,
to
so
a murder
everyone's
mystery.
gonna come in, they're gonna eat their dinner, and then it'll be kind of like that, like mid lull. Everyone's like, okay, like, what's happening now? Are we dancing? There's no DJ.
But they're gonna know it's your wedding.
No. This is an announcement. It's like kind of like an engagement party. It's gonna be an announcement, like, yeehaw! I'm getting married. You're not invited. I'm going to Spain for 2 weeks. That's also my plan. Is I want to go on.
Oh
like,
my God!
a
Somebody
mad
killed
long
this.
honeymoon.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So they're gonna be eating, and then all of a sudden the lights go out. Maybe like one strobe light just for a little extra added effect. I won't have any gunshots because I don't know if that's the way I want to be killed. But then you'll hear a scream like a. "Ah!" And then all of a sudden you look up.
And it'll be like,
I'm on the floor.
dun dun dun.
You're gonna be killed.
Obviously, yeah.
I think you should be face down in a pool.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Gatsby style.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking
We gotta
that.
do it like.
So it's gonna
she
be
needs
go.
a
Oh my
dress.
gosh! And then you have to find me. You have to find my body.
So
Oh my
you
gosh! You have to
really-
find me and my dead betrothed.
So you really thought about this.
Oh, I'm like fully committed to
When
this.
I tell you how many times I've heard about her
Yes,
plan.
and it gets better every time.
That's why I
doesn't
was
it?
like, Gia, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us about your wedding.
So the thing is,
said
everyone's like,
betrothed.
well, what if your fiance doesn't want to? No.
He's gonna want to because he's marrying her. So he's already gonna be on board with this.
Can you imagine if we get emails coming in like after this episode
Of people
to
that did
Gia
this?
teacher? I am the one. I too want a murder mystery dinner show for
I would
my
love
wedding.
that, but I would
Musical
also have to say,
style.
do you really want that? Like,
You're
really?
gonna need someone that wants that.
I know,
Yeah.
but like they can't be that outward of a freak. I feel like I have to warm them up to it.
But you're an outward
Yeah,
freak.
you-
Well, I know, but my partner cannot be.
I'm gonna tell you
I
this.
need someone more mellow.
I
No.
can't.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
Yes, opposites do attract. My husband, opposite of me. However, you
Me.
Need a freak.
you're amazingly insane, and I love every minute of it. You
Yes.
need someone who's just a little bit insane, but yes, who's gonna be like,
Who's
yeah,
gonna
that's
balance
amazing,
it.
but also
Balance you.
A
Like,
little
yes,
yin-yang.
a little, yeah.
he has to have a little.
He has to have
It
a
has
little.
to be a little.
Well, obviously, it has to be a little bit of a nut, or else
You're
I don't think
so
he'll be able to
yang.
understand.
You're so yang that your yang needs a little bit of yang. He needs to be like a yang, like a little. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I actually did have a pug. She had a yin yang collar, and she ate it off. But anyways,
All right.
yeah. So that's my personal wedding plan.
Anyway,
I would love another pug.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. So
so that's Gia's dream wedding, everybody.
Wow.
that is my
I love
dream
that.
wedding. If
eyes
anyone
are
wants to marry
teary.
me, let me know. I don't want it just yet. Though.
You know what I saw the other day on another bridal salon, like
tell us.
another whatever. It wasn't from around here. I think it was like, I don't know, like California, whatever. The new trend is now like fiancés or whoever send gifts in to the bride who's trying on dresses. Like there was a bouquet of flowers delivered to the.
That's so
Oh,
sweet.
we should do that. That's
get
adorable. Yeah, we've had
In
people like,
one-
but it's usually not the fiance.
No,
In
it's always
one
like
word- in
the
I have a video. of
family
one.
member who can't. You have really?
Yeah, well, I can't post it because it came when she was in her dress
God.
that she said yes to. So we had it was like a note in the
Here?
appointment. Yes.
Oh my God, how cute.
And I think it was maybe her second appointment. I think maybe she'd been shopping around for a while, and I think her fiance was low key like, I think you need to say yes now. Just get your wedding dress. Because then the flowers came in, and we like harbored them in the back for a minute. And then I had a note on it, and it was like, congratulations on finding your dress. And then we brought it out to the bride, and I was like, oh my gosh, can I film this? But I can't post it or anything.
Can-
She
can I
was
see
in
it
the dress
after?
that she said yes to.
wanna
Yeah, I'll
see
have
it
to
after.
look for it. But it's like deep in my archives.
Yeah, I want to see
That's
it.
so adorable.
It's
It was
cute.
really
It's
and
really
love that.
cute.
Her reaction was so funny.
Did she
She was
cry?
like, no. She was like, are you kidding me? He did this. Like, she was like all like aggressive about it. It was so funny. I was like, this is how you know they're a good couple.
Listen, I think it's
That's
cute,
adorable.
but like,
So
what the hell else do we have to do here? You know what I mean? Like, you got to get the flowers at the bridal shower. You got to do this. You got to like, what else? Like,
well, what
You
we
know,
even have,
You know, we'll commercial. We'll make anything like.
yeah,
We'll commercialize everything. So.
well, we've
which is
had,
very much weddings these days. They're all commercialized.
Yeah.
Thick and tired.
Thick and tired.
Corinne, why don't you start?
No, I'm not gonna start.
All right, I'll start. I am thick on our experience at News 12.
Don't.
Your segment, Corinne, in which I stood there with a beautiful gown on.
Yeah, but say why you're. Sick on it.
Because I got to meet Erin Colton, who
Yep.
is a Long Island celebrity. She's on News 12, and I fangirl her hard. And we got to watch her work, which honestly, there was no teleprompter. She kind of just freaking she winged
did.
it. And she's amazing at that. I've always wanted to get in that because I feel like I'm good at talking to people and like keeping it moving. You know what I mean? Like she didn't stumble or anything. It was beautiful. It was great. I was so starstruck by her, and she's beautiful.
Yeah.
So Erin, if you're listening, just if you need an assistant or whatever,
Oh my god.
just give me a call. And what
can't.
and what I am tired about is having awful eyesight. I forgot
Your
to
glasses are cute though.
They're cute, but like
Yeah.
yeah, they're really cute. I gotta get these are really old. These are Versace.
They're like little cat eye shape for
Little
anyone
cat
who
eyes,
can't
but I
see.
want a more elaborate cat eye.
They're very
Anyway, but I'm blind as a I am blind as a bat. So
As
like
a bat. I just tried on
a
her
bat,
glasses.
A
You
goddamn
should
bat.
turn your glasses around and put them into your camera so people can
Look
see.
at that
That's
thickness.
gonna work.
It's like a whole windshield. But
I bet
anyway,
you it
no,
would.
not even a windshield. It's like what's very anyway. So
Like Coke bottles.
yes, Coke
Caps. What are they called?
Coke. It's like Coke caps.
It's like Coke.
Anyway, I forgot to order my contact lenses, and now I have to wear my glasses for a couple weeks, and I am miserable because I couldn't put my makeup on that great this morning.
Well, you
Can't
look
see the
beautiful.
kid. Thank you. I love you.
So
Scarlett rips them off my face. Fucking kids. All right, Gia, thick and tired.
So, my thick of the week is so random and strange, but it's press-on nails. So
Wait, are you thick or tired on them?
Oh, I'm thick on them.
Okay.
I love a press-on nail. I love how they have them all shapes, all sizes. I like to keep my nails really short because I'm very, I'm a handy gal.
Are you handsy?
I am very handsy. I'm tactical. I need to be able to feel things, move things. I'm like I really like I mess my fingers up. Like if you could see my nail polish right now, it is so bad. It is horrifying. It's powder gel. But the thing is, so when I wear press-on nails, they literally just pop off like nothing. I could use a million pounds of glue, the best glue. But I just love them, and I feel like I need to get into them more and also save my money on nails. We already
Right.
discussed this. I really don't care spending money on my nails, but Sunday I might do a little mani-pedi. But I
Yeah,
love
do it.
press-on nails. My tired.
self-love.
I'm tired of men stand-up comedian amateurs.
Oh shit, that feels direct.
That does feel direct.
Why was it direct?
Say the name, Gia.
Burn. No, I don't think anybody knows
I think
the
he
name.
just walked right past our
He
store.
did. So
Okay, let's not.
Who is it?
we can't
can't.
say.
No.
so there is
Edit it out. Who is
Stop.
it? Who is it? Edit it out.
We'll tell you later.
there's
We can't.
so, you know, I just feel like I've been in a few situations in my life where men have just tried to show me their stand-up routine.
Sorry.
And I personally think I have a very good sense of humor for the most part.
Actually, we're really out of the fucking know right now. First of all. Anyway, go ahead. So
But I've been shown stand-up routines by men, and they are just amateurs, and it is so typical and just not funny that I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing and what I'm supposed to be laughing.
they suck.
at.
They think they're funny and they're not.
Basically.
Okay, yeah.
You said it, not
Well, I
me.
mean, we've all, most men, right? Let's be real. You're not fucking
know,
funny. We're
yes.
better than you.
And specifically,
Happy Women's
honestly,
History Month.
I'm talking like
Happy Women's History
I'm
Month.
talking like those middle-aged white man comedians.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
I'm literally hot.
All right.
Just talking
Leah.
about this.
Talking about this conversation.
Okay, well,
I can feel the
mine's a
pain.
little bit easier, not as
Contro.
contro as Gio over here. I am thick on the fact that the sun is setting at 7 p.m. That
Yes.
means tonight I get to go home and go for my hot girl walk that I
Yes.
haven't done in ages.
Yes.
Because the sun is still out and I can walk outside without feeling like I'm going to be attacked
Yeah.
You
by
can
a
use
man.
your cat stroller.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, you have one of those?
Yes, she does.
I forgot about that. They hate it though. But
The cat
maybe I'll try
stroller.
it tonight. I'll let you guys
It
know.
makes
That's my
something
pick
about the
next
sun
week.
setting
wait.
at 7 p.m. makes me want to take my
It's
kids
just
out.
amazing.
Yeah, I did a nice little walk yesterday. I
Right.
did one with the dog. I'm dog sitting this week, and
Yes.
Molly and I had a great time.
That's why I want a dog, because I want to be able to go for walks with them.
You can borrow
That's why
mine.
that's why I got the stroller, so I could take my cats on walks.
So what is your tired?
my
babe?
tired is daylight savings.
Okay.
Because I'm just fucking done with, you think, okay, an hour, it's not a big deal, but
big
all week long, I cannot wake up. I feel tired all the time. It's thrown me completely off my schedule.
I know.
Would you
So-
say you feel thick and tired?
Very,
I get that.
very.
Good night.
Corinne, Thicc Tired.
So my thick is, I'm going to change it up because it was going to be the News 12 thing, but that I was in the Bean today.
Oh,
So we were in the Bean online, and a
recognized.
girl came in and she said, "Oh my God, I saw you on the news," and that was very cool. And I was like, "I want to be a celebrity." That's
Did you
cool.
sign her baby's forehead?
No, she wasn't. She didn't have a baby. I signed her own forehead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then yeah.
The guy who served us our coffee
Yeah,
was
the
like,
guy
hey
that
guys, I saw
he
your
owns
5
the
minutes
Bean.
of fame.
He said, "Oh, I saw you guys on
And the
News
mailman.
12." And the mailman. So it's nice to be recognized. And then the people at the chamber meeting last night. So that was very cool. But my tired is me. The nervousness I feel, I wish I can like calm myself a little bit more, because I do speak fine in front of people, and sometimes I let it get too much of me, like the best of me, and then it gets in my head, and then I honestly, for me, I can't enjoy the moment. Like I want to run around and be super excited, but I'm so nervous that like I can't. So like I have to I'm trying to work on that.
I think that is totally normal, though.
I think so, too.
everybody goes through that, because I do too. The lights came on, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. We were standing there in the dress.
The lights came
I
on
was
and
like,
I
it's
came alive.
I was like, it's really hot in here. Shit.
I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But,
It's
you
just
know,
the
we made it.
anticipatory anxiety of it. I think
Yeah.
that gets you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it was just but otherwise it was great. So,
but the
you know.
performance is top tier.
Aw,
Like you
thanks.
take
Congrats.
that nervous energy and turn it into a show.
You work
Next
very
is,
well under pressure.
Yeah.
Fine,
very
girl.
well.
That's very sweet.
Shit. So Good Morning America. Let us know when you want us.
No,
Anyway,
on Today's show.
or the Today
Well,
Show.
Good Morning America too, but we're gonna go on the
So
Today's show.
I think that's going to wrap up today, ladies. It was so nice chatting with you. Again, to our listeners out there, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to hear something, you want to hear a topic, we want to talk about it, if you want to come on the pod,
Write
even
in.
if we, write into us, email us, check us out on TikTok and Instagram. We love doing this. I love coming here every Wednesday and talking to you guys. And
We will.
We will.
I guess
we'll see you next Tuesday.